To our live team coverage to get you up to speed on the winter storm continues now.
Right now, you and your kids probably wondering if school will be in session today. Nikki Rudd has been tracking the latest road conditions, taking a closer look at what it takes for officials to close school. She joins us now live from Monroe Ave in Pittsford. Nikki.
Hey, Monroe and Main Street in Pittsford. Guys, check out these snowdrifts on the side of the road. I can't even get all the way down. I think it'd be up to my waist if I could. So the conditions out here right now, you do have some light snow falling and blowing. Check out our photographer, Scott Diamond. He had to dig out so that we could actually get out of the live truck this morning. The Bobcats have been working really hard to get the sidewalks plowed. They were out around 4 o'clock this morning. And, you know, everybody's wondering, is school going to be closed? That's what parents and kids want to know. Right now, Pittsford schools are still open, but you can see all the schools that are closed running right there at the bottom of your screen, and we will be keeping you up to date as more schools may call in this morning. School officials say, you know, it's not easy to close schools due to weather. It's a hard decision. Many of them up right now reviewing the forecast and going over the county health department guidelines for unsafe weather. We looked those up, and they include guidelines for cold weather and wind chills. I talked to Rich. He says that does not look like it will be a factor today. So the question for superintendents across the area, will the snow accumulations be too dangerous for the ride into school? And of course, you got to think about the ride back home this afternoon. So again, list of school closings right now running there at the bottom of your screen. We'll be keeping track of this February snow every step of the way for you this morning. Pat and Rebecca.
All right. Yeah, for that report, we'll check in with you in just a little bit. Now, in the metro area, you're waking up to several inches. That's going to be covering your car and filling up your driveway. So what's being done right now to make sure the roads will be safe for you and your family? Well, the authorities are saying that they are ready for what's coming. And Josh Nichols is right there on East Avenue for us this morning to give us the latest on conditions. Josh.
Oh, yeah, it is brutal out here right now, Rebecca. The snow is snowing, the wind is blowing, but we'll weather the storm. And, you know, with many of you ready to get to work or ready to go outside very soon, you're likely concerned about the condition of the roads. And I can tell you right now, East Avenue is definitely snow covered. They're working to take care of that. In the city of Rochester, Department of Environmental Services crews were at work yesterday before the worst of the snow even hit. About 25 plows and salt trucks were out last night. They're still out right now. And then an additional 30 vehicles were dispatched around midnight. In the South Wedge, streets got worse as the night went on, which is bad enough for cars. But just imagine if you had to ride your bike like this guy out in the storm. He was doing his best to brave the conditions.
Everything's working correctly. We have enough fuel. We have enough salt on hand, as you can see.
The routes I tend to take are mostly side streets, and those tend to be kind of secondary when it comes to plowing and whatnot. So yeah, it's definitely helpful, and it's kept up with.
Yeah, those side streets are definitely an issue. Snow covered to be sure, so allow plenty of extra time to get to your destination. If you're concerned about the plowing of your street today, the Department of Environmental Services is encouraging to call their 311 hotline, and of course that's available 24 hours a day. So it is a snowy, blowy kind of day. Definitely allow plenty of extra time this morning. Live downtown, meteorologist Josh Nichols, News 10 NBC. Rebecca?
Yeah, it's always tricky for those people who have to park on the street. Thanks a lot, Josh Nichols, reporting live for us right there on East Avenue.
Yeah, we know you're thinking this. A big concern before you head out getting stuck or going off the road today. There is help out there if that's the case to help stranded drivers. Rachel Spots joins us live from Webster with details on help trucks and what you can do if you're in a tight spot. Rachel, good morning.
Well, good morning, Pat. This is what we're seeing on the northeast side of Monroe County here in Webster. The snow is, of course, falling, but the key here is the winds. Pretty strong winds blowing all that snow around. We have drifts lining the streets here, the sidewalks. In some cases, a couple feet high, so you really have to keep an eye out for those snow drifts. I want to step out of the way here, kind of give you an idea of the roads here in Webster. They're snow covered. They are slick, so be extra careful if you do have to get out on the roads this morning. Plows have been very good. We've seen a number of trucks and DOT plows driving by, keeping these roads clear along with sidewalks and parking lots. So there's that good news. But I mean, in this case, if you can avoid getting out on the roads, obviously try to do that. If you absolutely have to, we want you to know that help is available if there is an emergency or if you get stuck or anything like that. It's called the Help Patrol. It's the Highway Emergency Local Patrol. It's a traveler assistance service. And it's sponsored by State Farm, and annually they help over 70,000 people in this case, and they will be patrolling all the highways in this area. So if you do find yourself stuck or in a situation where you need a little bit of help getting out of the snow, there is that available for you. For more information on this service, head to our website, WHGC.com, and click on web links. We'll have much more information for you there as we all tackle this winter storm this morning, heading out to work and school and everything else.